coyote because it's quite a thing. It's quite a coyote. Take a picture, quite a coyote. 30 little boys would immediately sit down and be quiet. It's amazing. Only works in the Boy Scout meeting. Nowhere else. So, my name is Samsara Morgan, and I'm the Executive Director of the Oakland Better Birth Foundation. I am a mother of 5 wonderful human beings. I'm the grandmother of 3. I'm the mom-in-law to 2 beautiful and excellent daughters-in-laws. I could not ask for better, ever. I'm a blessed human being. This year, I completed work with my 1,014th client. My students are paid to do that. I'm very grateful. I'm just very, very grateful for the journey that birthwork has had me on, the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the terror, the fear, the joy. And I'm grateful to be at this point in my life where I get to share that so much with my students and apprentices, and with my beautiful families. They're all so loving. And the major part of my activism on this planet is making sure that they're given what they need to birth safely. And it really ain't all that, but in the culture that we live in, it's a great big deal. Because it goes counter to making money. If you really gave pregnant people what they needed to birth successfully, no corporation would make hardly a cent. Isn't that true? Hardly a cent. Maybe some diaper makers would make a few dollars, but that's about it. But if you fill them with fear, and if you fill them with medication, and you don't give them information, billions are made. And that's the problem that we have. So, from my work in my private practice, which is the Mayfield Center for Birth and Family Life, I felt that it was important to do more. And it was important to be in a position to be able to help people who did not have money to pay me. Traditionally, my role as a birth worker in communities would not involve someone having to stress out about having the wise woman in the community come and help when it was time for a baby. That would be unheard of. Of course, I would be there, and of course, the community would support me and, give me an extra chicken or make sure I had a nice hut or whatever it is the communities have always done since the beginning of time to make sure that the women who helped birth the babies were taken care of. So, until we get civilized, we have to work out ways to take care of our birthing people, our beautiful birthing families, and we have to take that responsibility. We need to not wait for the government to get around to doing this, because they're not going to get around to doing it. Bottom line, I get phone calls all the time, various committees and commissions, because now doulas are very sexy. Everybody's talking about doulas. When I first started to be a doula, I didn't even know I was a doula until I'd been a doula about 3 years. And then the rest of the world took them forever to figure out what a doula is. And now people think doulas are midwives, and we really have to check that. We really have to check that, because that's profoundly disrespectful. I can't wait to be a midwife. I'm not a midwife yet. And I will be. But we need to not have that confusion in the community also. So they're not going to, until the revolution comes, until that great day comes, when we're living equally in a civilized fashion, the government is really not all that interested in having folks who are not of the 1% have their babies. But we have to be concerned about it, and we have to take it on as our personal responsibility that poor folks and LGBTQ folks and people of color, African Americans who die the most in the most industrialized country on the planet, with the most resources and the most money, why is it that any American woman should die in childbirth? Okay? So I'm kind of tired of that question now. The people have been asking it now for the past 5 years and having workshops and seminars on it. And the answer is simple. We need to invest in organizations that are directly helping to give fact-based and science-based information to women on how they can have their babies. The reality of fresh food and clean air and calm for pregnant women is proven by science to be beneficial. So now the folks who need that can have that, and let the rest of us who believe in the spirits do our thing. Right? So we need to ground ourselves in our common sense, open our hearts in the communities of living in big cities and being as stressed out as we are. It's very easy for us to shut down on each other. And be mindful of our pregnant citizens around us. Be mindful on our block, in my building, down the street, there might be a pregnant woman. And, you know, as much as we can, I know we're taught to be so afraid of each other, but to reach out and see. So something you might need, sister, is somewhere I might help you. And you kind of ask her due date, and when it's around her due date, you know, you leave a box of groceries on her door. You don't wait for her to ask you, and you don't care if she's going to be offended. Thank you. You know, just do that, because that's how civilized people roll. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, she's going to be happy. To look at the fact that pregnant women are like shamed to be, especially if you're poor, you're shamed for being pregnant. What, you need help? Should we help you? We didn't ask you to go get pregnant. Uncivilized, unchristian. We're supposed to be talking about being a Christian nation, which we're not, never have been. But if we were, that certainly would not be the way to roll. So, I've been blessed to have to study all the beautiful religions on this planet, and I love them all. And I'm Christian because I chose it at the end of my journey, and looking at all the beautiful religions, it just helped me to open my heart to how beautiful my own faith tradition was. And so I'm very happily there. But all of the faith traditions talk about taking care of each other, that we have a responsibility towards each other. And that is a primary responsibility more than anything else. And so, you know, if we can all do that, we'll do good. What our foundation wants to do, as my beautiful Jessalyn had said earlier, is that we want to help people do this job. We want to help parents get information. Jessalyn has an amazing workshop for people who aren't even pregnant yet, who are thinking about being pregnant, that we're going to do again next year. So people are going to start thinking about that. We plan for every other aspect of our life, but our baby making is like on a shelf somewhere. We'll get to it when we get to it. It's really not smart, right? So we want to think about that. Think about, have a vision for yourself. That vision might help you choose just the right partner who has the same vision with you. You know, and then have that, what does that look like? What is that, what is the concept for me of having a baby, being a parent? What community do I have to, what I have around me? We're going to help people have those thoughts and those conversations. We want to help support people who want to teach that. I personally would love to leave 1,000 midwives behind me when I die, once I'm trained to be a midwife trainer. Right now, I probably have close to that many doulas. 20 years of doula training, I'll do that homework one day. But I think that's one of the most important things I can leave on the earth. People who are not afraid of birth, who are not afraid to advocate for a healthy, happy birth, who empower women to know how amazing their bodies are, and they have the choice to birth if they want or not. Because that's what true empowerment is to be able to have this beautiful instrument and with grace and humility, play it as you will to serve the universe, to serve what you feel God has called you to be a parent or not. So that's the stuff that we are doing. That's the stuff that you bought raffle tickets for and that we'll support. And I really thank you for that. And we have, look at you. I love when I start talking and people have crept in. I didn't even know we were here. How you doing, Jewel? You're so cute. So I'm gonna turn the mic over to anybody who wants to come up and say anything. I do want to say we're going to give. We want to honor folks who are doing amazing work in the community, and we have Good Birth Keeper Awards for 2 wonderful women who are not here right now. So that probably means that they're at a birth. So actually, I'm going to take a moment to just read off their certificates to you, and we'll get them to them. And if they show up, I'll do this all over again. So hold on for 1 minute.